Hi guys, and welcome to my first YouTube video. It is a review of the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics highlighters in powder, and it is just kind of a soft holiday glam for when you go home and see your fam. I just want to tell you guys how much it means to me that you're watching this, and I have been talking about doing YouTube now for probably about, like a year, and I have just been dawdling and making excuses, and so I'm just done with the excuses. I don't care, I just want to make makeup videos and kind of teach you guys and review products and just do what I love to do, because right now, with my job, I work right now in an eye doctor's office. I don't actually get to work with makeup. I do have clients on the side, but I do weddings and stuff like that, but I'm not actually working in the makeup industry anymore, and I've been in the makeup industry and in the beauty industry for about 10 years, since I was like 14. I'm 24 right now, so it's been a long time, and yeah, I'm just really happy to be on here talking to you guys and just, kind of living out my dream of bringing makeup to the world. So some things about me, I guess, really quick. I'm 24, I'm originally from Chicago, right now I live in Iowa. I'm obviously a makeup artist, and I'm also a licensed esthetician. I went to school in Chicago, but I got my license here in Iowa. That's a little bit about me. I have a dog and a cat, which they don't make an appearance in the video later, but they constantly keep trying to walk in here, and it's annoying. They're a pain in my butt. They're both really needy, just like I am, so it's fine. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look using the Jaclyn Hill products, please keep watching. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in. As you can see, I have some acne markings on my face. They're not really active anymore, so they're actually pretty easy to cover up. I'm just going to be using this Milani concealer today, the Perfect and Conceal, and it's in the shade Nude Ivory, because I'm pretty pale right now. So I just kind of swab this into the area that I want to use it to start, and where I want to brighten up my face a little bit. Okay, swab right there, and then I just have a Morphe sponge that I like to use, and I just blended it, and as you can see, it gets rid of it pretty easy. Okay, so that's kind of what that looks like right now. I'm also going to go in with a little bit underneath my eye. And I know a lot of people do this beforehand, after the fact of putting on their foundation, but I don't know. I just kind of mess around with it. Whatever feels good to you. I decided to just do my eyeshadow first for you guys because I want this to be a review of Jaclyn's products. I'm kind of just showing you my face routine too, just because I'm using face products. I feel like if I kind of show you guys what I do with my face first, then I will, just kind of ease in and work the products into my routine how I naturally would, rather than just sitting here and being like, here's a swatch, ta-da! Okay, so that's basically the concealing process that I use. I'm gonna go probably with a little bit more concealer after I add my foundation. So today, I'm just using the matte poreless foundation from Maybelline, and it's in the shade Ivory. Looks like that. We're just gonna take my little sponge here, dip it into my hand. So for this sponge, I've kind of learned a trick. I don't know if it's something that you guys do already or if it's something that I've just kind of done on my own. So I get a little bit of the foundation onto the sponge, and then what I do, instead of like blotting it in right away, I kind of go like this and like buff it into the skin. And then I start to pat it. I always make sure to press it into the sides of my nose too, because sometimes you'll get that like cracking along the side, and I just hate that. So now that everything is nice and blended, I'm going to start with my next step. But first, I'm just going to take a dampened paper towel and just wipe off any excess powder that I have still lingering in my brows. Sorry, not powder, foundation. And I'm just gonna brush them up so that they look nice and presentable for you guys. On to the next thing. So it's going to be the first thing I'm going to be reviewing from her line, and this is her luminous powder, and it's in the shade Do Me. It's awesome. I've used it a few times already, and I got the brush that's paired with it. This is the J01 brush. Looks just like that. Yeah, I'm going to actually do this all over my entire face. Something to know about me, since you guys don't know anything about me, or some of you do, but most of you don't. I don't like powders. Even though my skin's really oily, I just hate the feeling of powders on my skin. I feel like it always makes me look cakey, and I have a lot of trouble finding the correct powders for my face. So I tried this powder out. I will say I tried to set underneath my eyes with it, and I wasn't a huge fan, so I probably won't do that anymore. But I don't usually set underneath my eye anyway. I feel like I don't get too much creasing with my foundation that I currently wear, and you can kind of see. Obviously, I'm gonna have like a small crease underneath just because of where my eye, the way my eye's shaped. But yeah, other than that, I don't feel like I really need to set underneath. So I'm just gonna take my brush into the powder, knock any like excess off, dip into it again, and I'm just gonna kind of start in this area. I'm all about a dewy look, even though I get oily. My foundation, actually, since it's the winter time, I don't actually get too oily right now. During the summertime, I'm like an oil slick. But right now, it's actually pretty good. So I'm actually loving the way that this powder applies. So I don't know if you guys can see. I tend to get a little bit more texture on like my cheeks right here. Sorry, not texture. You can see my pores a little bit more. So I'm just kind of putting it and concentrating it right there so that it blurs out. It does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's not sparkly. It has just kind of a dewy, luminous effect. And yeah, it's not gonna make your face sparkly, which I don't like sparkly highlights. I think that they just look chunky usually and they don't blend as well. So yeah, you can kind of see. It's just giving a really nice luminous finish to my face. All the while it's setting my makeup, so you cannot beat that, you know? It's awesome. It's just so pretty. I love it. The next thing I do with my face now usually would be to blush, to put blush on my face, but since, you know, it's my first YouTube video and all, I think that I should contour for you guys because I don't usually contour my face. Not on a day-to-day basis anyway. If I'm going out and I want, you know, like a more full, well-rounded look, I'll contour, but I don't do it often. So I'm going to take a really, really light contour shade. And I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush. It is the number 4 brush. It's just a flat top kabuki, just like that. And I am going to contour just a little bit. I usually end up just contouring my face with blush, if that makes sense. I'll kind of show you how I do it. This looks okay. I'm using an eyeshadow to contour right now. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of that. Even though you're not gonna see my forehead, I'm gonna just show you how I do my forehead anyways. When I wear my hair up, I just kind of drag it right along here and really blend it out. My hair is looking crazy now because I keep messing with it, but hopefully it goes back the way I want it. Okay, another trick that I do is I actually contour right here because it just gives my cheekbones a more lifted look. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's a little trick. I don't remember where I learned it. I'm sure I've learned it from a YouTuber somewhere along the lines. On a normal day when I contour, I'll contour my jawline as well. Get rid of that double chin. So to soften my contour on my jaw, just go back in with that beauty blender so it's not too harsh and you don't see any lines. Same with my forehead. So I'm gonna dip in that same shade that I was just using for my bronzer. I'm gonna bring it just on the sides of my nose. And I'm using the BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. This is from the Rose Quartz set. I got it from Ulta, I believe, online. I really love it. I'm gonna just clean up any excess. That beauty blender. Take it right along the tip. Contouring. I just dropped an entire eyeshadow palette. I don't think it's broken. I have carpeting on my floor, thank God. But we'll just pray to the makeup gods that nothing got broken. And I've been using a drugstore blush that I really, really like. It is a Maybelline Fit Me blush in the shade Peach. Looks like this on the inside. Super, super pretty. Corally, peachy. That's my vibe, that's what I dig. I'm going to use the Morphe Jaclyn brush, the JH04 brush. It's a blush brush. I'm just gonna dip into that blush. And for my face shape, obviously everyone's face shape is so different. So for mine, I like to just concentrate my blush right here at the top of my cheekbones. And you guys will kind of see why in a second. And I do it towards the back, and I make sure I blend it into my hairline. Because if you kind of look at the difference from this cheek to this cheek, this one just looks a little bit more cut, a little bit more sculpted than this one right now, because that blush has kind of lifted it up a little bit. I take a little bit on my forehead as well when I have my hair up, just to kind of add a little bit more color back to my forehead. And there's a little bit of a dewy, kind of luminous effect to this powder too. And so yeah, I just do that, and then I kind of go back in with that sponge, blend it out again. I also take the sponge and go right underneath to clean anything up. And right on the apples of my cheeks as well. We're gonna review the actual highlighters now. You guys, just wait, okay. They come with this awesome little thing inside, and it says you're looking at an original. Our accent light highlighters are made using proprietary filling process that creates unique, one-of-a-kind patterns in every pan. This is no ordinary highlighter palette. It is a work of art, and damn straight it's a work of art. It's gorgeous, okay? So, I'm gonna start with the palette that is for my skin tone. I got both palettes because I'm a makeup artist, I freelance, and I work on people of all different skin tones. This is what the packaging looks like. Oh, I can actually see myself in the back because it's a mirror. I will say, I know that a lot of people have said, oh, she's just copying Becca. I have several Becca highlighters, and I have the Becca collab with Chloe and Malika, and I have to say, I'm not bashing Becca because I like their highlighters too. Jaclyn did it better, in my opinion. This palette is so beautiful, and the highlighter is so smooth and just looks so natural. There's no chunkiness to it. It's kind of got like a translucent base, so it doesn't leave like a dark color cast on your face as well. Like some highlighters look really pretty if you're at like a certain angle, and then as soon as you turn your face, you see like a thick line of color, and it's just bad. And the packaging is just so much nicer. So this has like a clear enamel coat over the top, so you can't rub the words Jaclyn off of this. It'll look like this until you break it or whatever, but it will look like this. And I've noticed on some of Becca palettes, the lettering smudges right off, and I'm just not a huge fan of that because it's like I want it to look pretty if I'm buying it. So I don't know if that's something that Jaclyn intended or thought about, but I give her mad props for that if that's why she did it, because this looks a little bit more high end, and she's definitely wanting to have a prestige brand. This is what it looks like. So I know that everything is mirrored, so it's kind of hard to show you guys what everything looks like, but it looks like that. And I've smudged along the sides It's mirrored, so you're gonna get smudges and fingerprints everywhere. It's just kind of inevitable, but who cares? It's pretty anyways. So I'm just gonna do some swatches for you guys. Are you ready? So these shades in this palette, we've got Gleam, we've got Iced, we have Sparks, and we have Mesmerized. So I'm obviously gonna start with Gleam. This is the lightest, most icy tone. Looks like that on my finger. So I have nothing on the back of my hand. Come on guys, like, that's a beautiful highlighter. So I have nothing on the back of my hand, no primer, nothing. I use foundation so you can kind of see some smudges there, but I wipe most of it off. So that is the shade Gleam. We're gonna go in now with Iced, which I primarily use Ice and Gleam on my face. That is the second shade. It's got a little bit more of a pink undertone, a little bit more rosy. So beautiful. I mean, you can go really light-handed with these as well. This is the shade Sparks. It's definitely more golden. There's that guy. They're so pretty. These are the shades that I'm going to be using on my face. So I'm going to be using a combination of these two when I highlight for you guys in just a second. So, and then this is that last shade, which I would kind of use as a blush topper. So I could use this next shade, Mesmerized, and I could just do a little bit over the blush that I currently have going on right now, and then I'd be done. I wouldn't do any extra highlighters on top. If I really wanted a really natural, glowy, dewy look, I could easily just do that. And then there's that last shade, Mesmerized. And it has a little bit more of a coral, a little bit more of a peach undertone to it. So yeah, that's like a really good blush topper in my opinion. So yeah, that is the entire palette swatched out. That's what it looks like. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use the J02 brush for this guy. Oh, that's upside down. Maybe not. Yeah, I guess it is. So this is the J02 brush. We're going to unsheath it because I already did the other one, so you guys can look at what it looks like when I'm unboxing it. Ooh la la. So it looks like this when they come. They're really nice. And I'm definitely keeping all of these little rubber things that kind of go over the top, just so that when the brushes are kind of sitting in my holder that I have, I'm just gonna have them sitting in that little rubber packaging so that it keeps the shape. So props to Jaclyn. I'm really glad she included that. I don't know if all brushes have that, but not all the ones that I have had that. So anyways, so this is what they look like close up with that little plastic or rubber thing on the top. And then I'm just going to slide it right off. Oh God, these brushes are so pretty. I don't even want to use them because I don't want to get them dirty, but I'm going to anyway. And I'm going to dip into these top two shades. Okay, I'm going to just go right on the top. I feel like I make the dumbest faces when I highlight my face. Whatever. So right now it's just really light. I can get brighter and brighter and brighter if I want to. But it's still really pretty, really glossy. I did this one with a little bit more, so you can kind of see the different sides. This one's a little bit more bold and beaming, this one's a little bit more natural. I'm gonna obviously even them out. I also use the shade Gleam to highlight my nose. I'm gonna do that now too. Oh, look at how pretty that looks. It looks so beautiful. Do you like? If you like, you should like. So let's flip on over to the Flare palette. This palette is so pretty. I mean, girl. I don't know who gave Jaclyn permission to come out with highlighters as beautiful as this, but so the texture of them, like, oh, it's so smooth. I want to just say buttery because that's what Jaclyn always says, so I will. It's buttery. This is the shade, sorry, I forgot to tell you what shades for which. So we've got Glow Up, we've got Made You Look, we have Exposure, and then we have Turned On. So I'm gonna swatch Glow Up first for you guys. And that one looks like that. It's like a really beautiful, like, champagne highlight. Maybe like a champagne pop, if you will. I'm gonna dip into that shade Made You Look. I knocked over something else. I'm filming, if you guys actually saw what I was filming on right now, you would actually laugh at me because it's ridiculous. Like, truly ridiculous. I have my camera propped up super weird and I'm with this little teeny tiny table. It looks a little bit ridiculous, but you know what? I'm on a budget. That shade Made You Look. It literally looked like the sun came from outside and just landed on my hand. It's so pretty. Okay, dipping into that third shade Exposure. This on a deep skin tone, it's gonna be so pretty. And honestly, I will definitely be using every single shade as eyeshadows, without a doubt. So that is the shade Exposure. It is the most beautiful caramely bronze tone. So if you have that tone of skin, it's gonna be just like glistening on your face. You're gonna look so flawless. And now that last shade, Turned On. And that is like a really beautiful, bricky, oh, this red is, like, you could do a whole entire eyeshadow look for the holidays with this tone. Come on. It's so pretty. So that is that full palette. The Flash, or the Flare. The Flare palette. I'm like a striped Wolverine, but with highlighters. My dog just busted into the room. He's been kept away from me for just too long. He can't handle it. It's been like half an hour. I'm gonna level with you guys. This has been the hardest week of my life because since I've gotten these highlighters, I have not touched them because I've seen all the swatches online and I've seen Jaclyn swatch them in her videos, and I'm like, I have to swatch those on camera so that you guys can get my real reaction to what they look like. These, I've swatched all of these before, so I'm sorry. My reaction was like faked or whatever. But, I mean, they're pretty anyways, so I'm not faking anything. Anyways, I'm gonna swatch these for you guys. I'm so excited to see what they look like. I have not seen them yet. So, this is what it looks like when you open it. I'm just gonna let it take the entire screen because it deserves it. Here comes my cat. My cat's coming in now. Children! So, the highlighting set comes with this cute little fan brush. Oh, it's so cute. I think I'm gonna use one of these to highlight my brow bone because I haven't highlighted my brow bone yet. And obviously, as you guys can see, I started with my eyeshadow like already. I haven't, you know, done that on camera for you guys just because I wanted this to be about her highlighter review and not me taking 35 minutes to do my eyeshadow. This is her Bolden Beaming highlighter. Her loose powder highlighter. This is the shade Extra. Now, I literally have not touched these yet. And I can prove it because I have not removed that seal from the inside yet. Whew. Oh, it's gonna be fun with these nails. Just kidding, I have tweezers. Look, my eyes kind of look darker, kind of plain. I just have like a really nice brown smoked out eye going on right now, and I'm gonna use these to kind of top it off and make my eyes pop a little bit for you. So, okay, I'm gonna swatch it now for you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. The feeling of them is unreal. Look at that. It's so pigmented. Like, I know that this is gonna be so beautiful as an eyeshadow. Can't wait. Moment of truth, here comes. Holy crap. Jaclyn, who gave you permission? That is unreal, guys. Can you guys see that sparkle in there? That is gonna be so pretty as an eyeshadow. And whoever wants a blinding highlight, you're gonna get it with that. We're gonna go into the next shade. This next shade is called Bomb. And oh my god, this color looks like it's gonna be gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This literally looks like rose gold in a jar. That's literally what it looks like. Can't wait to see how it swatches. Okay. That's what it's looking like on my finger right now. Holy cow. Wow. And that is what that shade looks like. Guys, these are so pretty. This one definitely looks a little bit more rosy even than the last one. Oh, that's definitely like way pinky, which is gonna be super pretty for like pink eyeshadow looks for me. And anyone that has like a cool pink undertone, it's gonna be beautiful on you. That is that guy. This guy is Amped. So this is that shade. This next one looks like it's got a little bit more of a champagne kind of caramely undertone to it. And we're gonna swatch it right next to that next one. That last one, I should say. Oh. Yeah, look at that. You can definitely tell the difference between the rosy tone in this one and the kind of caramel champagne tone in this one. Wow. Pretty good. How are you guys liking them so far? I hope you're loving them as much as I am because they're so pretty. Shout out to my nail lady Lynn. She did my nails for me today and they look amazing. Ooh, wow. This is like molten bronze. That's literally what it's looking like in this thing right now. So this is what it's looking like on my finger. Definitely darker than all the others. Oh my gosh. It is so pigmented. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna use a brush to apply. Ooh. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure where I got this brush from. Looks like this. I think it was from Crown brushes. And it's just like a little small fluffy brush. It's good for kind of being a little bit more precise. Okay. I'm picking a little bit up on the end of the brush. Tapping the excess into there. So it's not too much. And then we're gonna just take this oh wow. You can see it's opened my eye up just a little bit. Made it pop just a little bit. I feel like I say that too much. Just a little bit. I just used was Extra again, and then I'm going to go in now with Balm. Right over the top of that. And blend those two together. And use that same highlighter, Extra. I'm going in with her actual brush. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Taking it super close right underneath that brow. I know I'm highlighting before I've even done anything to my brows, but I'm just excited, okay? Shut up, leave me alone. Oh my gosh, I'm just beaming at you guys. Sorry if you're blind now. Gosh, this has been sitting in my purse and it's just destroyed. So this is my Anastasia just brow gel, and it's in the shade dark brown. I'm just gonna go into my brows now. Brush them up just a little bit. There I go saying that again. Just a little bit. Like I said, I like a more natural, just kind of brushed, kind of fluffy looking brow. I don't like to add a lot of powders and stuff to it. Maybe I should, I don't know. Now I'm gonna go in with a Stila lip. This is in the shade Sonata. Sorry for the squeak, it's my dog trying to get out again. And this is the Stay All Day liquid lipstick from Stila. So, I'm gonna take this, and I'm actually gonna use this to kind of outline my lips, because I don't actually have a liner. I don't think that'll match this. So, I'm gonna go in. This lipstick smells so good. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I'm actually using this shade. It's pretty. It's like almost exactly my lip color, so that's good. Okay. It's definitely a little bit more mattified. Oh, one of my lights just went out. That means the other one is not far behind, so I'm gonna have to finish this up quick for you guys. I'm gonna take the shade Fussy, my Jaclyn Hill lip. Controversy. Controversy is that I absolutely love these lipsticks, and I really, really, really want her to relaunch them. So, yeah. So I'm sorry the light just got messed up, but yeah, this is my completed makeup look. Kind of a very soft holiday glam. I want to just thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sure that this is a little bit rocky and a little bit bumpy, but it's fine. I just hope you guys really like the look that I kind of came out with today. And I highly recommend going out and buying yourself some Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics stuff while you still can, while it's in stock. I don't know how long she's keeping it in stock for. I know that she's got it at some Morphe stores, and I'm sure that they're already sold out because, I mean, you guys see, it looks beautiful. So thank you for watching so much. Please like the video and subscribe and comment down below. And yeah, thank you.